It's here. It's time. Nerdy prudes must die.
NBPA voice. Here we go.
Hey, you nerds! My name is Ashley. I'm coming at you with a new series! This is a long-awaited series. I'm excited. You're excited. And if you're not excited, this is your sign to be excited. This new series is the third in the trilogy, the Hatchetfield universe. However, we've also been watching Nightmare Time together, and that has been a time. It has been a lot of time. It has been a very fun time. But now it is time to move on to what I think is going to be my personal favorite, my personal Hatchetfield Holy Grail, Nerdy Prudes Must Die. Why am I saying that? Why is this going to be my favorite? Because I am a nerd. I am a nerd, and I've already fallen in love with the Grace character and what she presents, and I also love Angela, so there's so many things that I'm excited for. I've heard that John Madison is going to give me more vocals. I hear that there are more characters and actors and actresses that I get to find and discover and expressed voices, better voices, improved writing. I mean, it's just the lore is dropped. We're in the thick of it now, and I am excited. I'm excited. And not only that, I have watched this whole thing not in chronological order. I have not watched it in order at all. I started in the middle, went back to the beginning, and now I'm here. And now I feel caught up. I feel ready. I feel educated and just excited, and so excited I'm going to cry. That's where I'm at. That's how I feel. This is so waited upon. Like, people have been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. We are here, and we're going to get started on Nerdy Prudes Must Die, because they must. Okay. What am I expecting? Nerdy Prudes to die. Let's do this. I've been waiting for this for so long, I'm nervous.
Somebody help me, please! Richie, I'm coming for you! No! Please!
Hey, Shapiro! Way to get a load of this mess! Sweetly Ralphed when he saw it.
Hatchetfield's finest, huh? Fucking hell. What do we got?
Janitor found the body this morning. Victim's been identified as Richard Lipschitz, age 18.
I leave Chicago because of the blood and guts, and what do you know? They got him here, too.
Coroner put the time of death around 8 p.m. Friday night. Multiple lacerations to the head and chest.
They twisted his nipples off.
Then finished the job by drowning him in the toilet.
Richie here got purple-nurpled and swirly to death.
Face down in the fucking John. What a way to go.
Well, that's not all.
Okay. 1 minute in. Okay. Hold on. What? Okay, so I have to get my head wrapped around this. So I see Corey Doris, Kurt Mega, and I've met Bryce Charles in the Nightmare Time series stuff. I've watched it all up to this point except for Yellow Jacket, which we'll probably watch next week. There might be another one. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty caught up. So I met Bryce Charles already. I'm super excited for her voice. I know that she's the lead in Cinderella's Castle. The digital ticket is out probably right now when this pops out. This video pops out, so go check the digital ticket if you can. I'm waiting to do a reaction series. I'm getting CSI vibes here. I noticed the lights. I also noticed the red and blue lights. Those were also used, that lighting effect was used in the Zoom calls for Nightmare Time. So I'm noticing here for the effects and stuff during the editing. So I'm wondering if that was kind of set up already and they were just using it for the latest Nightmare Time series. I say that. It's new to me, but I don't know how long this has actually been out. So that's interesting. That's something I'm gonna have to look up. So workups, we found Richie Lipschitz, I think his name is Richard, and I'm assuming he was a nerd and he had to die. So they're all cops. I don't know if we're going to continue seeing them cops. They're probably sitting there, they're probably sitting there singing, show me those hands, show me those jazz hands. I wonder if one of the writers became obsessed with cops, or it's really funny because that's not something that was really around. No, that was the guy who didn't like musicals. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I just don't sometimes. I let my brain go, and sometimes I just got to get my brain back in check. Quit brain. What are you doing? How dare you? No, you're grounded. Okay, let's keep watching.
The killer left a little love note for us, penned in the victim's blood.
Nerdy prudes must die.
First the Jaegerman boy, now this. Hey, you think they're connected?
I don't know, baby.
Yes.
Do Nighthawks shit in the woods?
They shit on my car sometimes. Hey, Shapiro, what do you want me to do here? We're small-town cops. We're a little out of our depth. Jesus. How the hell did this happen?
Here comes a song. John Madison.
I'm dead. The blood is all but draining from my head. The nightmare started there, but now has spread. My
I'm literally tearing up because I'm just so proud of him. There's growth here. And I was warned about it, but that is major growth. I want to know the time, if it was like 2 years. I mean, I imagine so, but so hearing his voice prior, bear with me for a minute because I think this is a huge topic point. This is going to be a little bit of a rant. His voice before was kind of, I have a high register, I have a low register, and I'm going to send it up now, but not exactly know how to control it. So it's just going to kind of scatter up there somewhere, and it's not going to be precise or have a ton of tone. It's just going to be up there, and I hope I get it. That's kind of what we were getting. But now this is very purposeful. Whoever he has been working with has worked on brightening the tone first. Now, this is hard because in order to shape and mold and get the nice tones that you want and be able to control your tones, you have to get the voice out first in these higher registers. So getting this like little kid voice and really sandwiching the tone and the space in which your sound is being sent, like a laser being like pew, 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 pew. That's a really condensed tone. We got a condensed tone immediately. He also took a breath in on the vowel before he even started. Okay, I have to break down. I won't break down the entire song, but for John's sake and to highlight John's growth from the guy who didn't like musicals to Black Friday to Nightmare Time to here, huge, crazy amount of growth. Now, I also want to quickly say, because my brain is just at all the techniques, all the things that are happening here. My brain's everywhere, so let me try to get it all out. I'm trying. It's all trying to fit through the door at one time, but it's a lot. So John here, let's go back. I think I just need a guide. Okay, so he took a breath in on his vowel, and he's already lifted. He's starting in his higher register. Maybe not his highest, but it's a higher register than normal. And I think he starts on an I. I hate starting on the vowel I because it's a diphthong. So E, two sounds together to make one letter. I. So he has to play with that. But he does a really nice job of hitting every single spot of his voice, really using this, filling the oral cavity space in the nasal cavities, as well as the external spaces. I'm dead. He doesn't waste anything here. Let's listen to that again. He can breathe in on the lift and breathe in on, and then just, I'm dead. He's very careful here. Holy cow.
I'm dead.
Did you see that? He lifted breath. He took a big breath and he lifted before he was already thinking before he was already singing in his head before he actually sang. It's huge. That's a huge deal. The first phrase is a huge deal. And the first phrase of the song, first phrase of the opening song, and to open a show, I'm proud. I'm so proud. And it's so funny.
I'm dead. The blood is all but draining from my head.
Nice vibrato.
The nightmare started there, but now has spread.
We're getting this really nice melodic tone. The blood is all but draining from my head. I'm loving he's dead, right? It's kind of this creepy vibes. I'm loving the red light. We're getting this legato, very melodic type melody here, and I love that. He's also just moving through those phrases. The blood is all but draining from my head. Most singers, and he was doing this in The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, they almost attack or give too much to every single word, because when we're speaking, we have to kind of do that with our diction. Here, he's letting it kind of, the sound is starting, then you barely add the consonants. The blood is all but draining from my head. And it's all going towards this all unified vowel and sound.
The nightmare started there, but now has spread.
And he started spreading, ironically, on the word spread before he even jumped to the spread. The nightmare started there. Did you hear that little spread? But now has spread. That way he was already in place for that spread. Is this a little bit more brighter than we would really want? Yes. But depending on where he is in building his habits and techniques, this is where we want John. I don't want him to attempt all these different sounds and all these different. So it sounds to me, vocal coach hearing, as training a voice and hearing the growth of this voice, he is hitting those notes. He was struggling with them maybe a week ago when this was filmed or during rehearsal. And so we created a nice habit to where he would healthily hit those notes. It would sound okay. It works because spread. So he's getting a spread sound for the word spread. It works. So it's working here, but it's definitely more of a Band-Aid fix. I would love to hear him strengthen his next upper register, because it's not just low register and high register. There's a blend of vocal registers in there. You have your vocal fry, your chest voice, your mixed voice, your head voice, and your whistle range. But then just because you have 5 registers doesn't mean they can't work together. That's what the mixed voice is. And the pathways are endless and the possibilities are endless. So he's just... So I'm sorry I'm ranting, but I have to. I cannot ignore this. This is amazing. So freaking proud.
My pulse is certainly dropping, and my life is hanging on by a thread.
Someone come. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, this is Lauren. That's insane. So we're getting really condensed voices. Is this live? I want this to be live. There is a slight possibility to where they could have recorded this later. I'll kind of record the audio later and filled it back in. But if you have live music, that's almost impossible to do. They might be playing with tracks, so I'm going to be looking for a live band because that's how good these voices are. They're so condensed. That's what they're giving me. That is insane. I love the overlapping of, as he's finishing his last note, we get her note immediately. We hear that in the song, The Prince of Egypt, not the song, from the musical, The Prince of Egypt. It's Stephen Schwartz wrote it, who also wrote Wicked, and just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful melodic lines. And the song I'm talking about is, late at night, I pray. There can be miracles when you believe. Those faith is hard. It's hard to kill. But anyway, there's some overlap in the vocal lines because it's 2 female singers singing. Yes, you know what? I will accept that because I'm just jazzed. Like what am I in? I haven't even watched. I've watched not even a full minute of this song, and I'm taking up so much space, but it's so deserved. Like, these first initial impressions of these voices for this new series, holy cow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle this. I'm going to be bawling by the end of this. I have to go back. I just have to and hear that again, starting with John.
How the hell did this happen?
I'm dead. The blood is all but draining from my head. The nightmare started there, but now has spread. My pulse is certainly dropping, and my life is hanging on by a thread.
Someone comes for me, I'm unprepared.
The weight has got me sweating, I can't cut through all the tension. It's hell on earth, you know. I'm tweeting all about it. I take it blow by blow, but I never scream or shout it.
Passing period is over, find your seats.
Okay. From Starkid, what we've been getting is it's a level of production in terms of, like, this is a fun side thing that we do. They're good, but they're not like I would see this setup in this production on a school play. This is giving me Mean Girls, like giving me Matilda. These are giving me Broadway level vibes, including their freaking voices are so pure toned and condensed. And so let's look at harmony wise, because I love to break that down too. We get vocal part 1, vocal part 2, singer 1, singer 2, and then they have some, they overlap, and then they have some harmony, and then they go back to a one vocal line to bring everyone in unified, which is so freaking smart. And then we have a new scene. Insane. Insane. I don't even think I'm in the thick of the song at all yet. I just can't get past the intro.
Someone comes for me, I'm unprepared.
The weight has got me sweating.
The weight has got me sweating. Okay, so knowing these two singers and knowing where they've been vocal-wise in the trainings that they've had, Lauren's had a ton of training, right? She's had lots of years. She went to college for it. John Madison is kind of newer into the singing realm. We know this. We've seen his growth. He's doing amazing here, but still, there's like advanced levels. There's many levels when it comes to singing. It's hard to see it all from an outside perspective because you're not in it. But when you start singing and start growing and learning, you'll learn that there's a lot more levels to it. It's not just I can sing or I can't sing. Just think about any skill. Think about a skill that you do. If you've never done vocal lessons or been in musical theater, there's lots of different levels. Harmony is one of those levels. You need to get a grip on your own voice before you can blend and harmonize with somebody else. And then once you can start hearing those harmonies and singing them, then you have to also then blend your voice and sing with someone else, unifying your vowels with someone else. You have to be able to stand your own ground to do this. John is showing that he can now do that. But as a writer, if I was music directing this, I would give him something, being that he's looking at my two options, who can do the more dramatic harmonies, the more melodic melody lines. Lauren can. So I would give him the melody line instead of the harmony line. And that is what they did here. They gave him something that he has already sung before so he could repeat it. And it's a beautiful harmony. Jeff Blim has outdone himself here.
Someone comes for me, I'm unprepared.
The weight has got me sweating. I can't cut through all the tension. It's hell on earth, you know. I'm tweeting all about it. I take it blow by blow, but I never scream or shout it.
Passing period is over, find your
got me all out of rhythm in my melody.
Two harmonies here.
It's not cool, it's a fallacy. It's a cruel and unusual brutality. And I can't survive it for only so long. High school is killing me. I'm so fucking dead.
All right, class, pop quiz. I hope you've been hitting the books, Miss Louder.
Shit. I was up all late last night and I couldn't fucking study.
Okay, so this is post-Broadway Mariah. There are subtle growths and differences that I can hear. She was great. Obviously, she got casted as Regina George for a freaking reason. Here, her presence is even more. It's professional. It's, before it was very playful. She was kind of herself, kind of projected a little bit. This is very digging deep. I am super in right now. So you're going to get everything. Enjoy. And then before we were getting a little bit of chest. So she had range, but like when she got really deep low into her chest or more area, there wasn't variety there. It was just, this is low and this is high. And that's not what she sounded like, but that was just to make my point. There wasn't a lot of, it was just one voice for her rather than adding and being able to adapt to all the different genres. Not that she couldn't, it's just, this is a much more polished professional Mariah that I'm getting here. Look at the fact that she's even leaning forward and singing like this.
Didn't want to anyway. I was deep in a Twitter fight about a problematic puppy. Problematic pooch. I had palpitations trying to cover crypto too much money. There's nowhere to turn for the class of 2021. High school is killing me. It's got me all out of rhythm in my melody.
Okay, another thing, storyline wise. So let me recognize some of these characters. I've met Grace. That's Grace. I think that's Steph, right? Her name is Steph. That's Pete. So Joey Richter typically plays Ted, but now he's playing Pete. I'm not sure who Lauren's character is. So we're getting some more characters there. We see Lauren. I see James Tolbert. I see Angela, Mariah Rose Faith. I think that's Bryce Charles. I didn't get a clear look at this person. There's a character there that an actor there I don't think I've ever met before. And then of course, Kurt Mega in the back. I love the stage. I love all the lettering and the writing that they did behind the wall, and I love that it's in red and black. You're next. Okay, Nighthawk. So we're seeing a bunch of letterings. That's giving me Mean Girls with the books and the words and the pages. It's also giving me Matilda. I'm also getting the music-wise, I'm getting inspiration from High School Musical, which I think was such a smart choice because there is a reason why it's just good. It hits home and it's stuck with a lot of adults now that grew up with it. And there's a lot of people that love High School Musical. It's just, I think it was the right vibes here. I think that High School Musical turning it into a horror story is such a great idea. Oh, that was John Madison. I just didn't get a really good look at him. Oh, another thing that I think happened, I think that we saw the end and then they went back. So I'm dead and now we're going back to school to the beginning to see what actually happens. So we know that he's going to die in the very end.
And I can't survive it for only so long. High school is killing me. I'm so fucking...
Hey, geek.
And that was not James Tolbert. That was Corey Doris.
Geek.
Me?
Your name's Peter, right?
Yeah?
Hi, Pete. We've been in classes together for a long time, haven't we?
I'm so fucking dead.
Well, since the first grade.
Yeah, and I'm just realizing I've never introduced myself. I'm Stephanie.
I'm so fucking dead.
Well, Lauder, the mayor's daughter, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but my friends call me Steph. We're friends, aren't we,
I'm
Pete?
so fucking dead.
I don't know, are we?
Well, I wouldn't advertise it to the whole school or anything, but,
High school.
But there's an unspoken bond between us. We're classmates, comrades, we're Nighthawks, and we don't leave anyone behind.
Well, I got left behind this morning. Bus driver's a fucking asshole.
We succeed together, we fail together. And I won't mince words. I'm gonna fail this test, Peter.
I knew she had an ulterior motive. I really loved in Abstinent Camp, if you haven't seen it, go watch it, how they like formed this little bond. I wish that would happen here, but I have a feeling that was just kind of that timeline. I hope we get that here, but I doubt that they'll do that.
Unless you let me cheat.
Cheat?
I'm so fucking dead. 8 o'clock bell ring. Place my head on my desk.
Come on, just finish your exam, pass it to me, and I'll put my name on it.
12 o'clock Girl Scout. Can I just get my rest?
I'll give you mine, you can take the test all over again. Doesn't that sound fun?
3 o'clock countdown. Every day lockdown. Classroom arrest. Is God the one giving the test?
Well, yeah, but won't we get into trouble?
Please, Pete, don't you want to help me out?
All right. Cheater!
Oh, God, butt
I was waiting for Grace to do that.
out, Chastity!
High school is killing me. It's got me all out of rhythm in my melody.
We have a key change. That doesn't happen a lot, but it's happening here. It's so easy to do with these like major chords. So in like High School Musical and these vibes that they're giving that I'm sure we're going to get this whole time, he's playing with major chords. Major chords are way easier to manipulate because there's a lot of math when it comes to music and music theory and stuff because you have chords, and I literally don't think you want to hear me give a whole lesson, or maybe you do. Maybe I should start that. Patreon, anyone? No, shut up, Ashley. Watch the dang show. What is happening to me? I wonder if I'm being affected already by whichever Lord in Black is here. Keep watching. I'm distracted.
It's not cool, it's a tragedy. I've been thrown to the walls of the community, and I can't survive it for only so long. And I still despise it when I am gone. High school is killing me.
Grace, just be cool.
Fuck you, biology.
Never.
High school will murder me.
Miss Mulberry, they're cheating!
I'm so fucking dead.
Miss Mulberry sounds like I'm getting Glee. We're getting a lot of Glee here. And I'm getting Rachel Berry vibes from Grace now that I'm mentioning that. Like Grace is a rule follower. I actually love her. I mean, like, that's a nerdy prude and that sucks, but I definitely was a rule follower. Oops.
Grace, just be cool.
Fuck you, biology.
Never.
High school will murder me.
Miss Mulberry, they're cheating!
I'm so fucking dead.
Wonderful start. What a wonderful freaking start. I tore that up. I am so sorry, but I'm not sorry because I think that you wanted that. I always feel bad for like over talking or talking too much, but then I forget, like, I'm a reaction channel. This is probably what you're doing here. I know that y'all have said that to me before, so thanks. Okay, what did you think of this? Have you seen this before? I know a lot of you probably have, but tell me what you think. Did I say something new to you that you hadn't heard before, or maybe give you a new perspective? What a great cliche start to this high school experience where we're in class, someone cheated. There is some basic cliche stuff happening storyline wise, but I think you've got to start cliche. That's in order to make fun of the cliches and twist them, you have to set them up. So that's what they did here. Starkid did this very beautifully. I think that's Bryce Charles. It could be somebody else. I love the daisies, by the way. I've been getting into them. I would either want to play Grace. I'd either want to play Grace Chastity in this or Miss Mulberry. Miss Mulberry is giving me Miss Honey vibes, and also from Mean Girls. This has got to be interesting and a little funny and comfortable for Mariah Rose Faith, coming from the Mean Girls set and those like high schoolish traveling vibes, giving me Heathers. What a love. I bet there's gonna be, oh, what a great show. I'm so jazzed for the vocal growth that I saw from John Madison. Lauren blew me away. Their voices are so great. I can't tell if this is live or not yet, because this is live, but they could have done the audio over. They could have done a master digital where they did the whole thing again. But so I'll keep looking and see and listening. But that's also how good they're doing, is that we're getting some really nice sounds from everyone, which gets me so jazzed. I'm gonna keep going. And I will see you guys in the next one. You're awesome. Sing with you soon. Bye.
Just be cool.
Fuck you, biology.
Never.
High school will murder me.
Miss Mulberry, they're cheating. I'm so fucking dead.
Yeah.